Hey you guys, it's Diane with Pretty Fun Stuff YouTube channel, and today I have a project share for you. But first, I would like to give you some good news. I have some exciting news. I have been selected to be one of the newest members of the Dies R Us design team. So I will be bringing you some makes using the dies from this store, and it's a web-based store, so you could go online to Dies R Us. They have all kinds of dies, all different price ranges, and they also bring in European dies that I don't know if you can get them anywhere else, but I haven't ever seen them before, but they have some beautiful dies. So I would suggest that you go over there and check them out. Also, if you would go over to their blog and check out the makes from the other design team members. I do have one post, my first post for them, that I wrote out my instructions instead of doing a video. Well, in doing that, I discovered that I prefer to make a video. So if you'd like to check out my card from the first post that I made with the Dies R Us design team, please go over to their blog and check that out. I may at the end of this video have a little picture of what I did. So anyways, also I want to mention that Dies R Us offers a challenge blog. I will link that in the description box below where to find the blog. But you can enter the challenge and then you could possibly win a voucher to the store. So isn't that exciting? So please get involved, and I would love to have you on for the ride. I'd like to show you the products that I used, and the first one is this cute little die. It's a sunflower with the fence here. I'm gonna open it up so y'all can see. It is a pretty big die. So it's by Cheapo Dies. You can get that at Dies R Us, and it's very nice quality. There's nothing cheapo about the dies. I guess it's just the cost. So it's substantial. It measures about a 4x4, and so there you go. That is the die that I used for my card. I'm just going to put it back in the package here. Then I also used from Dies R Us, I used the Polymer Clear Stamps by Lawn Fawn. And this is the scripty sayings. And I used the Get Well Soon and the Thinking About You. So I thought those were super cute. So I did get those from Dies R Us. And then the other thing I used was some enamel dots. So I used the blue ones from my project. And those are by Echo Park. Okay, so those are the products that I used. And so for my first card, this is what it looks like. Isn't it cute? It came out so cute. Now, my idea here was that I wanted to create something that you could just take plain cardstock, no prints or anything, just plain cardstock, and you can duplicate this card. So all I did was take my blue, yellow, and green for the background. I did slant the yellow slightly. It is on craft cardstock. This is an A2 size, so it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I put a white cardstock as my first layer, and I have about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. So I cut the white first, then I cut some blue, some yellow, and some green. And so each one is just slightly smaller. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then I cut out a base layer in gray. I cut 2 gray base layers because I wanted my my die cut to be a little stronger. So there's 2 layers up under here, 2 gray. And then I cut it out of yellow, out of brown, and out of the green. And so all you do is fussy cut the elements. You want to make sure though, when like you're fussy cutting the flowers, that you're leaving like a little bit of a border here around. Because if you cut, you don't want to cut into where the die cuts cut. You want to leave a little border. So keep that in mind. Also, the leaves are a little bit fussy. You kind of want to, because it doesn't really give you an outline, so you kind of just have to follow what the shape of the leaf would look like. You want to make sure you don't cut this off once you know, cut out the die cut. So like I said, I cut them all out, 1 out of the brown, 1 out of the yellow, 1 out of green, and 2 out of the gray. I took the gray, I put them on top of each other, and then I cut out the pieces and glued it. So I glued on the flower. Actually, I think I glued the green first. I did the green leaves next. Then I did the yellow flowers. I glued those down. And then I glued the brown insides of the flowers. And that's basically the card. Then I took my stamp, stamped it on white cardstock. This Get Well Soon. Notice it's longer. The stamp's actually longer. The squiggly lines go all the way. Well, I just trimmed it to the size that I needed. And popped that up on Pop Dots. And then I used my little Echo Park enamel dots up here. And that's it. That's the card. So it was fun, easy, and you could mix the colors. You could do, you know, colors for spring. If it's springtime, you could change the colors of the flowers. If someone likes pink, then you can make them pink flowers. It doesn't have to be a, you know, sunflower. It can be whatever color flower you want it to be. But I thought this was appropriate for fall. It is fall time now. And so I thought that the sunflower with the muted tones would be appropriate. Okay, so let's look at the next card I created. And this, I would call this a level up card. And here we go. So this is a 6x6. I just cut some white cardstock. And I took some designer paper by Heartfelt Creations. Now, of course, this paper is no longer available, but I'm sure you have some sunflower paper. If you don't have this, I'm sure you have some kind of sunflower paper in your stash somewhere that you could use. So it doesn't have to be Heartfelt Creations. I just happen to use that because I still have some. And then also for inking, see here I inked the edges of my sentiment. Here I did not. I used this Decades ink by Graphic 45 to ink my edges on this card. So with a few little extra products, you can do a level up card. This was done basically the same way as this. I cut the green out, the gray out first. And this is some, I found some paper that kind of looked like wood already. And that's what I cut this out of. So I cut the gray first. I cut 2 of those. layered one on top of the other. Then I did the green, and then the yellow, and then the brown. And now this, I did a lighter yellow on the inside. Can you see? Whenever I cut it out though, because you have to, I kind of glued in the center and then I had to cut around it like this. The yellow is just a band behind it. This I fussy cut. The only difficult thing was fussy cutting all those little jagged edges. That was a little bit on the tedious side. I liked this better because it still gave me the look I wanted without having to fussy cut all around. But if you want this look, I would do this. What you can also do is just do a white background. That's fine too. Maybe do a white background and then get some of your distress ink and just ink the white background to make it look like clouds. And that would be a really pretty card also. So after I did my paper piecing, I chose this particular designer paper to glue it on. I did my sentiment, popped that up on Pop Dots, and I took a scrap piece from the collection and just did a little ground piece to kind of ground my card. And yeah. So, and then the inside I put some designer paper. This is light enough I can write my message right on there. So, those are my 2 cards for Dies R Us. I hope you enjoy this little video, and be sure to like and subscribe and ring that little bell, and you'll get notifications when I have a new video that's out. And so you guys, thank you for joining me today. Be sure to visit Dies R Us store for this die and many other beautiful dies. Also, go ahead and check out the blog and the challenge blog and enter to win one of the store vouchers. So thanks again, and I hope you guys stay healthy, and I will see you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.